morning and a very warm welcome. You're watching Janata Television and this is the English Bulletin with me, Anustha Acharya. The top stories first. Harisayani Ekadasi being celebrated by Hindus across the country. Lord Vishnu and Tulasi worshipped religiously. Government declares Sindhu Palchok and Manang as disaster prone. Thanks allies for medical supplies. Government confirms 1,642 new cases of COVID-19. Number of active cases slightly increased. Amazon's former CEO Jeff Bezos said to travel into space. The billionaire will be accompanied by 3 other people. And US female gymnast test positive for COVID-19 ahead of Olympics. US OC concern goes around athletes' health and safety. And now the news in detail. Hindu devotees will be observing Harisayani Ekadasi throughout the country today. Also known as Maha Ekadasi, devotees also observe one of the most significant fasts dedicated to Lord Vishnu, regarded as the creator of the world. A report.
As per Hindu faith, the day also marks the commencement of Chaturmas, the holy period of 4 months from the Nepali month of Asad to Kartik of the lunar calendar, when Lord Vishnu goes to sleep. Lord Vishnu then wakes up at Prabodhini Ekadasi as suggested by the Hindu mythologies. As per the religious beliefs, feeding and offering the Brahmins are considered the holy jobs to salvage oneself from the past sins. Devotees this year will offer prayers to Lord Vishnu from home, as all major Vishnu temples across the country remain closed, such as Budhanikantha in the valley, Sisnarayan temple in Farping, where religious fairs were organized previously on the occasion, and the famous tribe of Ichangu Narayan, Changu Narayan, and Bisanku Narayan, located at Kathmandu, Bhaktapur, and Lalitpur, respectively. On the day, people plant the small tulsi plants on the designated planting place in front of most of the houses in Nepal.
The CPN-UML has decided to summon 22 lawmakers who voted in support of Prime Minister Sher Bahadur Deuba with a 24-hour explanation. In the Central Committee meeting held at Chasa, Lalitpur, Chairman Oli claimed that they may be put under pressure by people who are now in power and may abuse authority. Chairman Oli has also directed the leaders to publicize his government's achievements and to expose the current Deuba administration. Chairman Oli accused senior leader Madhav Kumar Nepal of not abiding by the 10-point agreement of party unity. Chairman Oli also encouraged Bhim Rawal, the party's leader, to resign his resignation during the meeting. The assembly agreed to demand an explanation, accusing individuals who voted for Sher Bahadur Deuba, including Madhav Kumar Nepal, of insinuating factionalism in the party. The meeting is scheduled to reconvene at 3 p.m. today. The government has declared Sindhu Palchok and Manang district as disaster-prone areas. A cabinet meeting held on Monday decided to declare Sindhu Palchok and Manang district as disaster-prone areas until the end of October, said government spokesperson Gyanendra Bahadur Karki. The government thanked all the allies for providing vaccines and essential healthcare items and called on the vaccine producers and neighboring countries to provide more vaccines through grants or purchases, said spokesperson Karki. The cabinet meeting has also decided to grant a public holiday on Shrawan 6 on the occasion of Eid al-Fitr. This is Janata Bulletin. We'll be right back after a short break. Welcome back. After the break, we continue with other national news. The government confirmed 1,642 new cases of COVID-19 infection across the country yesterday. With this, the coronavirus case load in the country has reached 668,742 A total of 1,258 infected persons returned home after complete recovery yesterday. So far, 633,332 individuals have recovered from the disease, according to the government data. Likewise, the Kathmandu Valley have reported 474 new cases of coronavirus yesterday. The ministry said that Kathmandu district reported 330 new cases, followed by 88 in Lalitpur and 56 in Bhaktapur. Meanwhile, 32 infected people succumbed to the virus across the country yesterday, taking the death toll to 9,582. The number of active cases of coronavirus has dropped to 25,837. And now the news from economic front. The stock market index NIPSE has reached by 13.97 points on the second trading day of the week on Monday. The NIPSE index climbed 13.97 points and reached 2,994.58 points in comparison to the previous trading day. NIPSE reached an all-time high in the first 5 minutes of the trade on Monday, but after the traders booked their profits, market dipped slightly but remained at a high peak until the end of trading hours. The sensitive index, which measures the movement of Class A indices, has remained unchanged. The shares of 219 companies were traded 107,797 times for a total of Rs 11.81 billion in turnover on Monday. Time for a short break here at Janata Bulletin. Stay tuned for international news. Welcome back. Now the international news. Billionaire Jeff Bezos will blast into space on Tuesday in the first crewed flight of his rocket ship, New Shepard. Jeff will be accompanied by Mark, his brother, Wally Funk, an 82-year-old pioneer of the space race, and an 18-year-old student. They will travel in a capsule with the biggest windows flown into space, offering stunning views of the Earth. New Shepard, built by Bezos' company Blue Origin, is designed to serve the bargaining market for space tourism. At 14 BST, the 4 passengers will lift off on a rocket from Bezos' private launch site near Van Horn, Texas. The capsule, containing the Bezos brothers, Funk, and student Oliver Diamond, separates from its booster around 76 km, 250,000 feet up. The rocket lands on its legs about 2 miles from the launch pad, while the capsule continues upward to an altitude of around 106 km. We are in 0G for around 4 minutes and we get out of our seats, upstrap, float around, look at the thin limb of the Earth's atmosphere, BBC quoted Bezos as saying. You are watching Janata Bulletin, and now the latest from the world of sports. A female United States gymnast tested positive for COVID-19 and a team member has been identified as a close contact. The gymnast, who is not displaying any symptoms, tested positive at the team's training camp in the city of Injai. Both athletes have now been transferred to a hotel to quarantine, with the rest of the squad having moved to Athletes Village in Tokyo. The US Olympic Committee (USOC) told BBC Sport the athlete was an alternate, a team member included as a reserve. The health and safety of our athletes, coaches and staff is our top priority, read a USOC statement. We can confirm that an alternate on the women's artistic gymnastic teams tested positive for COVID-19. Out of respect for the individual's privacy, we cannot provide more information at the time, the statement further read. Superstar gymnast Simone Biles, 24, is part of the US team competing at the Tokyo Games. We are at the end of Janata Bulletin and the headlines once again. Harisayani Ekadashi being celebrated by Hindus across the country. Lord Vishnu and Tulasi worship religiously. Government declares Sindhupalchak and Manang as disaster prone, thanks allies for medical supplies. Government confirms 1,642 new cases of COVID-19. Number of active cases slightly increased. Amazon's former CEO Jeff Bezos said to travel into space, the billionaire will be accompanied by 3 other people. And US female gymnast test positive for COVID-19 ahead of Olympics. US OC concern goes around athletes' health and safety. And that's all from the English News Desk for today. You can follow Janata Television and our programs on various social media platforms, including on our website janatasamajar.com. Keep watching Janata Television. Namaste.